Welcome to the Big 2-0, episode 20 of Inside Sim Racing. I'm your host, Jessica Lopez, here with Shaun, who has some things to talk to all of you about.
Thank you, Jesse. When Darren and I set out on making SRT, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. We love sim racing, we've been doing it for many years, and it all sounded like a good idea. Then as things started to grow and take more time from our lives, we needed to turn this into some sort of a business model. We've been going after and will continue to go after advertising, but it can be a slow road. We have always had the intention of SRT being provided free for the community. No memberships, no pay-per-view, free, and we will maintain that. However, the cost of doing the show and the time it takes us to produce it has its costs. We are asking you all for help. If you watch the show, if you enjoy what we're doing, please donate to the cause. Any little bit will help, even $1. We are right now creating a webpage that will honor the people that have donated and have helped keep SRT alive. There are other ways that you can help out SRT as well. On our website, you will find the SRT store. We have some cool shirts, mugs, and other items. If you like them, buy one. We make a couple bucks. Any items you purchase at the store, it'll help. We also have our Amazon store. Here you will find many sim-related items like wheels, sim titles, and more. If you need something, check out our store. If you find it for less money elsewhere, definitely buy it. But if our price is comparable, please consider our Amazon store. Every little bit helps. We also have banners on our site. We have affiliate arrangements with these companies. eDimensional, for example, has some great gaming products. So I thank you all again for being such a great audience. Doing this show has been one of the greatest pleasures of my life. We plan on bringing you many more great shows and hopefully getting this show funded to maintain its long-term existence. Thank you, Jesse, for letting me take some time on your episode.
It's my pleasure, Shaun. Now, let's get to some sim racing news. Top story of the week, the Sim Factory released Rockingham last week as well as an auto update program. This means that from now on, anytime there's an update to Arca Sim Racing, you don't have to go looking for it. Just use the auto updater. You can also get the patches if you don't want to use it. To download the auto updater as well as the rock, go to arcasimracing.com. As we prepare for the launch of iRacing, news keeps pouring out on their site. We've talked about sim companies bridging the gap between the physical world and the virtual world of racing. This week, they announced the iRacing Cup, a contingency program that will last all season long in SCCA. At the end of the season, they will crown a champion of over 5,000 registered SCCA drivers. This contingency program will cover all 9 regions and also be available to all 30 classes of racing within the SCCA. More than $20,000 in cash and prizes will be available, including a race simulator worth over $3,000. To read more about it, head over to iRacing.com. SimRacerCentral is now open for business, a new place for motorsport simulation news and reviews. Brought to our community from the creator of R Factor Central, Pete Walsh. Matter of fact, we have our own section there too. Thanks, Pete. Go over and check out his new site by going to SimRacerCentral.com. We're at the halfway point, guys, and when we come back, Shaun checks out D-Dog's new creation, Ridge Valley.
Clear outside. You're doing great. Keep it up. White flag. One more lap. Go low. Go low. You're going to go on the wall.
D-Dog Dave Jensen seems to constantly be adding tracks to his R-Factor resume. This time he has gone a completely new direction. For those of you who remember Viper Racing by Papyrus, you will also remember one of its very fun tracks, and that track is Ridge Valley. So D-Dog recreated this nostalgic track from scratch, but then adapted the original textures to really give it that same feel as the old one. There are a few memorable features that make this circuit special, such as the narrow steel bridge, the potential for catching air, the narrow, nasty corners, and the dreadful, unprotected drop-offs that can result in race-ending crashes. You will find all of these in the New Ridge Valley. D-Dog usually goes one step further than Mini as well, and he did it again. This latest version also allows for driving the track in the reverse direction, adding to the fun. To turn some laps on this great track, head over to iRacing and download it there. Great work once again, Dave.
D-Dog is the man when it comes to making tracks. Shaun and Darren met Dave Jensen at the Game Developers Conference back in February and said he was a great guy. Maybe I'll get to meet the dog someday. Besides Ridge Valley, there's a ton of new content at rfactorcentral.com, one of which is another off-the-wall mod like one of my favorites, Miniville. This time, it's lemons. I took these lemons for a ride. I like the green one. A giant lemon actually handles a lot better than I expected. It's not very aerodynamic though. They're also fitted with the jet engine. This is the first mod for Kieta, and from the looks of it, he plans on doing a lot more to it. Right now it's still in beta form, but a kick in the ass to drive. To check it out and all the other great content that's recently surfaced for R-Factor, head over to rfactorcentral.com. Speaking of which, the Historic X mod team will be releasing an old school addition to R-Factor. Shaun and Len are out on our test tracks running all the cars, and we'll have a full review for you all shortly. It will have all the cars from GT Legends in addition to some that have been included, like the 904 Porsche. These are some exclusive screenshots of the models they plan. A total of 250 liveries will be included in this mod. Can it really be called a mod with all this content? You'll need to own a copy of GT Legends to install. Stay tuned here on SRT for a full review by Shaun and Len. Okay, time to announce lucky winners of our contest. They will both receive a copy of Arca Sim Racing, Race 07, and an S2 license for Live for Speed. Thanks to the Sim Factory, SimBin, and Live for Speed for donating these great items to the show. First up, email number 25 from Calera, Alabama, Jason Murphy. And the 50th email was from Spanaway, Washington, Mike Berry. Congratulations, guys. We'll mail out your Sims right away. Well, everyone, it's time for us to take a summer break. Inside Sim Racing will be back on July 21st. The guys will still be doing their thing. This week, we look for Darren's full review of NASCAR 09, Smoke and Bob's review of Grid, both for the PlayStation 3, as well as Shaun and Len's look at historics for R-Factor. That wraps it up for 2-0. Thank you all for watching. The checkered flag is out, and so am I.